An agent of Gadflow and head witch knight of Cadsamir, one whose acts define him. Little is known of him, but this is not important. His actions here are a grim enough tale. They did not sense the changing of the tide as I did. They had no warning. The first of Gast's soldiers occupied the pass, severing Ashmore from Eventide, ending all communication between us. We of Ashmore retreated into these caverns and know not of what fate befell Eventide since. There are many good folk there, Bareth, Nell, and even Ordo. She was once of the House of Vengeance, and has always served as the guardian of Ashmore. But she is only one warrior against Gask's legions. Esha fears an attack, and wishes to lead survivors to safety through the caverns. Perhaps you can talk her out of it. She readies her people below. Forgive me. Ever since the Tuatha came, omens of our destruction besiege me. My every notion is of escape and salvation. When he refused to worship Gadflow's god of smoke and ash, he thought first to kill us, but then chose a far grimmer fate. He made us his example. He sent Gask. First, Gask's priests destroyed the clans. Then he burned the bodies of the fallen and breathed in their essence, mocking the dead and the great cycle itself. One day, that is all Gask needed to unravel many seasons of the telling, to make the earth shudder and the sky weep. Now he sits above us, watching. Ashmore and Eventide stand astride the pass, the corridor leading from Bale to the wider world. When we refused to stand aside for him, he ripped his way through. Wonderful! Your attack will give us time to organize an escape. Do not underestimate Gask. He is among Gadflow's best for a reason. His camp of Cadsamir is to the north, but you must defeat his witch knights along with the Fae himself. I have faith in you. He lords over Twilight Pass from the plateau above, rarely seen, his minions executing his bloody work. Both he and they prefer it thus. Be careful.
But Gadflow was not content to rule the Court of Winter. Mortals would bow before him as well. And so he made war on your people and drove them from the eastern lands. The Alfar fell before an avalanche of corrupted fervor. The Tuatha acted as one army, and built the Prismere chantries as new idols of their false mountain god, their Tirnoch. To the putrid lands of the old. Your lost body will burn, to crumbled ash will your bones turn. There is no hope left for your life. Wielding hammer, sword, or knife will not save you. You are the waste of a contempt's malicious taste. And what awaits your untuned mind is what you hope you'll never find. The vilest, darkest, blackest thing, the conscience of a reigning king.
wish for peace. Fear not, giant.
Welcome back. You're back. I was keeping an eye on you from a safe distance to see if you would keep your promise. I am amazed. I dared not speak of it, but there are prophecies of a mortal who would herald our kind's passing, while the defeat of Gask will count as a victory against the madness of Gadflow. I wonder if it is a harbinger of darker nights ahead. Prophecies aside, you have done as I asked, and we, the clan of Ashmore, recognize you. Farewell. You cannot know the importance of your actions. I shall remain here in case any more survivors find their way into the mine. Have you encountered Esha? Perhaps you could help her lead the Ashmore survivors out of Glowload Cavern. If she tries to do this alone, it will only end badly. Esha is headstrong, but that can be to her detriment at times. After you helped us by destroying Kadsimir, I now see that you are certainly one up to that task. The evil that Gask had inflicted here will not be forgotten by our people. Likewise, the good that you have done this day. For all seasons will it be remembered. The balance has been restored. Justice has been served. No one seems to know what has become of him. Please help him if you can find him. I pray it's not too late. I have heard tales of hidden treasure in the pass, but I feel they are mere stories mortal mothers tell to lull their children to sleep. Now that you have rid us of Gask and emptied his camps, the survivors of Eventide may be able to rebuild here. Farewell.
I was hoping someone would come. Have you ever seen such things? Such violence? Such abominations? I cannot comprehend it. First the clan of Eventide and now Bareth. There is no other like him in all of Alabastra. His interest in other races, most notably those of the blue flesh, has yielded much understanding. But the Tuatha wish to exploit every trace of knowledge to their own ends, so the learned such as us are weapons to them. Thus they took Bareth, wishing to extract his knowledge by any means. Your kind call them Mergen, denizens of the sea and shore. They are violent, yes, and devious, but only out of self-preservation. The Tuatha have imprisoned them and turned their potential violent instincts into a barely controllable weapon of pure hate. Though it is part of Winter's decay, I feel that it is tragic. It is unnatural for Fae, seelie or unseelie, to take prisoners so like mortals. The clan of Eventide was all but returned to the Great Cycle by Tuatha soldiers. Most of our people were drawn behind the veil, and they were the fortunate ones. Beyond the veil, no more slumbers in the Great Cycle. Gask and his soldiers cursed them with permanent rest. All gone but Bareth, Ordo, and me, that is. It was Bareth the Tuatha came for. They were led by a curious one named Amalur. He coveted Bareth's knowledge of enchantment, how he charms the beasts of Alabastra. But it was not Bareth himself that charmed the beasts. It was a pendant he wore that kept the Morgan from turning on him when he studied them. He wishes to add mortal beasts to Gadflow's ranks, an endless supply of living weapons, until only the Alfar, the Almeen, and the Varani remain to oppose him. Someone must stop them. If not Bareth, then you, or me. The Mergen are dangerous enough now, but imagine if the Tuatha commanded their numbers. I last saw Bareth as Crymore's men dragged him deep into the mine. Walk with a light foot. Acting while unseen will offer your best chance of survival, and try to use the anger of the Mergen against our common enemy. Crymore keeps him nearby. If you can, release the Mergen prisoners. Their rage and hate will coalesce on their persecutors, not Bareth. He is but a soldier, an officer. Such a blunt and ruthless mind could never appreciate Bareth's work. Its subtlety, its sublimity. Ordo and I aided Bareth in his trials, procuring the creatures, preparing the chamber. But Ordo was a stubborn soul, proud. He departed Eventide before the Tuatha came. I only hope he is far from here, somewhere without bars and monsters. Goodbye.